It is Thursday, May 24th. This month is flying. Tomorrow we will be live from Carb Day, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in Indianapolis, Indiana! The neighbors can't be happy. We're recording in my backyard. In this conversation we dive into is going to be an enjoyable one. And we got an interview with Corey Lugitt, D lineman from the Los Angeles Chargers, who just got suspended for PEDs, but came on the show and was incredible.
Yeah.
Wanted to judge him for it, but he was incredible. Good conversation. You're going to enjoy that. Today's show is brought to you by something that has made something complicated and confusing very simple. These people have been with us A1 since day one. Yep. If you're going to go to a live event and you choose to use any other ticketing company other than SeatGeek, you're doing it wrong. Let me tell you why. The people that run the company are good people. They're good people.
Great people.
They've done a lot for us. And their business is the best in the landscape. It is. It makes everything easy. You put in how much money you want to spend. They'll give you the best tickets for whatever event, whether it's a comedian, sports, Broadway, a race this weekend, anything. They have tickets to it. You need to be going through SeatGeek. And if you go through SeatGeek, you need to use the promo code PAT for $10 off your first purchase, or McAfee for $20 off.
Wonder what they'll use.
Both of them. I think you should use McAfee, but also some of you also use Pat too. Maybe use a different email and use Pat with the first purchase, because we need to let them know that podcast advertising works too. That's the business. We don't make the rules. We're just trying to live by them. SeatGeek, download the app. It's incredible. They're the best. They're the nicest, and they'll take care of you. Download SeatGeek. Go live at a live event. Also, everybody knows I wasn't a big cologne guy.
No, you weren't.
I never liked it. I liked my own musk. I didn't like coming in too much. I don't want people to smell me, because your biggest memory thing is what?
Scent.
Smell.
Absolutely.
That's why dogs do it.
Yep. You remember stories. You remember times. You remember situations, all from a smell.
You don't want your cologne to be noticed. You want it to be discovered.
Ooh.
See, now that is coming from a guy that's been a long time cologne guy, and I've known that. And I got offered this company called Scentbird. Showed up, and they were like, "We need you to pick 3 colognes." So I go to Diggs. I never do cologne. You Italians, you need to cover up all the smells and whatever. You guys do colognes.
Correct.
And you said to me that line right there.
Yes, I did.
You did. And I said, okay, can I get a couple options here? Because Scentbird has everything.
All the options.
All of the options. All of the smells. You choose a new cologne every single month. If you can't decide, the editor-selected cologne of the month will be sent to you.
Wow.
Oh, so
People that have good noses that say, hey, this is a good smell for you to smell like,
Trust us.
we'll send it to you. You date a cologne before committing to a full bottle. So you get a little sample like at the mall, you know, when they used to give those little samples. You date a bottle before committing to a full bottle, because they don't want to rip you off. Listen, they want you to get the right smell.
Smart.
Not a smell you don't want,
Correct.
a smell that you want. So here, go ahead and try it. This is one we think is good if you don't know. But if you don't like it, let's do something else. They're good people. There's over 450 designer brands from Hugo Boss, Gucci, Tom Ford, Kenneth Cole, and many, many more. You choose your cologne, get a new scent each month. The sleek travel spray lasts 30 days or more. One-stop shop here for all your smelling needs, Scentbird. I've enjoyed it. I use it all the time. My lady likes it. My lady enjoys it. Ooh. She said I don't smell like a dirtbag. And I'm very thankful for Scentbird. Right now, if you visit scentbird.com/McAfee, use code McAfee for 50% off right now. That's only $7.50 for your first month of Smell Good.
Wow. What?
Wow, man.
$7.50 for cologne.
Tell me, you get Gucci Guilty for $7.50?
Yep, Tom Ford, all of it. Use the scentbird.com/McAfee, MCAFEE, free shipping, SCENTBIRD.com/MCAFEE, and use code McAfee for 50% off your first month. Date a cologne before you have to commit forever. Get a good smell. Get a better life. Now on with the show, shall we? Yeah, that's what I feel like if we get something good out of somebody, it's like a high note, like, all right, let's give them a walk-off there. Because anytime you try to double down and it sucks, it's like...
Yeah, then you got to go for another one to try to...
Yeah, because now we're deep and now we're triple down. Yeah. It's a wild thing.
Tomorrow should be good.
Who's it?
Neil.
Is it Jimmy?
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
Oh.
I saw he bought. Fuck, I don't want to get the shot wrong, but he bought me shots in Southside the one time.
Here's what's nice. He played on Nashville. He was played in Pittsburgh for a couple years. Then he got traded to Nashville. Went to the Cup final against the Penguins. Lost. Next year gets dumped to Vegas. Like, good player. And they just offered him up in the expansion draft because he had a year left on his deal. and Vegas gets him. Now he's in the finals again.
Jimmy's a
He's a
good player.
partier. He used to be out in the South Side. And
Nashville. I couldn't even fathom his life in Nashville. I heard you like to have a good time. A lot of my friends have had shots with you at different bars around south side of Pittsburgh. I like that a lot out of you.
I mean, he played with Gino and Sid.
And now he's in Vegas?
Yeah.
So he was in Pittsburgh, Nashville, and Vegas?
He started his career in Dallas.
In Dallas?
Yeah.
Those are party towns, all four of those.
The coolest
He was out with, I want to say it was fucking, who lived right behind my house? Talbot.
So I think you can get him to open
I
up.
remember Talbot's place down there
Yeah,
on
that's
south
above
side.
Talbot's.
It'd be cool to hear a member of that team discuss why they gel so well
Yeah.
in their first year together.
Vegas, yeah. What is going on in
What
the locker
happened?
room?
Well, you guys, so brothers, all how
They
that
probably go to
happened.
strip clubs together, to be honest with you.
Who's your favorite fucking player?
Yeah, you were on the team whenever Maff was my favorite player, so I don't know how that makes you feel, but I did. James Neal was really good. I like the fact that when they were young, they were all partiers because Talbot would go out. I remember they had a whole crew there.
I was in Diesel and they fucking snuck Malkin in because he was underage and Malkin was in
Yeah, he came after that.
What does he say? Score?
I am score.
He would still go out with like Paul Martin and a couple other guys, and they would get fucked up.
And they were really good at hockey.
Yeah.
Tang, Talbot,
Man.
That was one of the best years of Neal's career. He scored 40 goals playing with Gino.
So he's a goal scorer.
Yeah, he's a sniper.
Zito's a sniper,
got
aren't you?
tat.
Cuz
Sniper, up top.
hey, Zito go top shelf without a problem.
He's got good flow.
James Neal's got flow.
Flow, right? Yeah.
And then Wheeler Walker's right after.
Oh, that's gonna be good.
Oh God.
Oh my! I can't wait to hear what he's talking
ask
about.
him.
Who does he hate?
He's
You
got
gotta
a new
remember-
album, I think, coming out too. So
You have to remember to ask him if you
we gotta ask him all.
FaceTiming him on the bus.
With Jake Owen? I think I did last time I talked to him. I did.
You gotta ask.
you did, yeah.
And he said, "Yeah, it was you." And he started mentioning off everybody that was on the bus that I don't remember being on that bus.
Is he
I was
playing
like,
his
yeah,
album?
Yeah. He could have said fucking. He could have said 50 Cent was on it. Yeah. Dardanelle.
Is he putting his album on Pornhub again?
You should ask him that.
That had to feel like a really genius marketing move from him.
Mason Ramsey.
Oh my God, he's gonna bury Mason Ramsey. Dude, I like Mason Ramsey. I don't think I don't think we should set him up to just bury him. Wheeler Walker will go.
You might be like, I like the little fucker.
No, I don't think. I think it's going the other way. I think I've already seen him tweeting about it. He's already been tweeting about Mason Ramsey. Something. He goes after the Yodel name. I don't. What if he breaks my heart about Mason Ramsey? Because he's with Florida Georgia Line too, and Wheeler hates Florida Georgia Line.
That's true.
What if do I have to tell him that he's under Florida Georgia Line's
Yeah, you
label?
have
Like
to.
we don't. I don't know if everybody knows that. Does everybody know that? Probably.
I bet you in the industry they know that.
Wheeler Walker seems to be in the industry. Like he seems to know the people in the industry. What was he? He was a comedian back in the day.
Yeah, he had a show on Comedy Central,
Really? As a
the Ben Show. Is his real name.
did we just dox him like Deadspin? Yeah, we're gonna bleep that out.
Yeah, I didn't say that. Yeah, he had a comedy show. I remember I was on a Google Hangout with him because I was like a big fan of the show. Got canceled after one season, but he had this contest.
Hold on, you're like a loyalist here to this
I
guy.
love it. Seriously, go online and watch the clips from the Ben Show sometime, like the uncensored ones on YouTube. They are fucking hilarious.
How come it got canceled? Just because?
Yeah, just I think weird time slot. Not a lot of people watched it, and it was just. I mean, it was very like zany and off the wall. So
And now he's just a hilarious country musician.
He did that. That was one of the acts from the first season of the show. He went into like a country bar where like a bunch of old people were in there, and he performed "Eating Pussy," kicking ass.
that was the song we sang to
Yeah,
him.
and they weren't in on it, and like just seeing these people's faces while he was doing it, like it was fucking hilarious.
So now it's his full-time thing. Mm-hmm. It's a good idea.
Yeah.
It's worked out for him.
It's
Yeah, it really has.
enjoyable.
Yeah, it's hilarious. I gotta check out this show on Comedy Central now.
So wait, his name's made up, but he's Junior? Wheeler Walker Jr.?
Yeah, that's definitely country. You
Yeah,
throw
it's a very
Junior on
country
the
thing
end,
to do.
You know, now you got to do that.
Yeah,
Little
race car
JR,
drivers
bub.
and country singers.
So if I'm going to become a country singer, I just go Zito Jr.?
No, I don't think Zito works for the country.
Yeah,
Buck
you just gotta go.
Coltrane
You just gotta
Jr.
go more south.
Yeah, it's like real family thing. Like that's my little boy, Junior. You know what I mean?
Lil Gene?
Yeah, that's a very country thing. Oh man, I
He
had something.
falls.
I was gonna say something. Remember Anthony Jeselnik's show?
Yeah,
He was trying to get canceled, right?
Probably.
he was saying some shit, man.
How about
Yeah.
the shark party, bro? Do you remember the shark party? The shark killed a guy. and he threw a party for the shark like a success story.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Dude, it was so stupid. I was watching. I was like, man, people are gonna be losing their minds to this, and they did. They did. It was like
he's from Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah, I think he's from Upper St. Clair over there. But that was on like front page news the next day. Like asshole from Comedy Central celebrates the death of man.
I respect that they had the balls to do that shit. Though.
Think about him being a stand-up comic though. Yeah. Starting as that type of comedian, your first 20 times probably on stage, 50 times. You're just bombing up there because you're offending everybody.
I think he bombed for a long time because only like 10% or 15% of the audience would love him like they've never loved anybody else, and then the rest hated him.
Yeah, you almost have to build an audience
Yeah,
like
so
that, right?
keep doing that through attrition. 90% of the people were on his side.
I wonder if
They
he
were coming to
started
see
out
him.
with just saying like, a lot of you aren't going to like me. Like, I wonder if that's, like every single night. The amount of confidence you have to have in that bit is so strong. You got to battle through some stuff.
I discovered him on the roast, and then I started watching his stand-up, and I was like, I fucking love this guy.
That first roast they put him on he just skyrocketed.
Who was
after
it?
that.
Who was it? Sheen?
I think it was Charlie Sheen.
Well, yeah.
I don't remember. There was a couple good roasts. There was a lot of people that bombed up there. That
Yeah.
You remember when the situation? No, not situation. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
situation.
yeah, Trump.
So bad.
Yeah, it was so bad. That was a bad one.
They had writers for them, right?
Yeah.
They have to.
I think it's just like that.
they're
That
not
battle
the
rap
comedians.
show. Roan was a writer on that battle rap show for people.
TBS show. Yep.
You ever see that video of that when Jamie Foxx was getting roasted and the one guy went up there that he really didn't even know that well and just started bombing? And Jamie Foxx did the voice of God over the mic and just buried him. Every time after he would say something and it would eat shit, he would come over the mic and respond. Oh, it was fucking hilarious.
Doing a roast is a wild scene.
And they
You've
have the
done it,
perfect
right?
equation too. They don't do it like all the time.
You've done it, right?
No, I'm not a fan.
No, I thought you.
Didn't you do?
Oh, I
one for
roasted
those
somebody.
lawyers?
Yeah.
Yeah, they forced me to go. I didn't want to do it. I was like, I'm not doing this. No way.
The mayor.
was the
You
Gary-
followed the mayor.
I followed the
And
mayor.
You roasted
Gary
the shit out of the
Brackett?
mayor.
Ruined the mayor. Oh yeah, I did a Gary Brackett one and I did a Jim Voiles one, and I told them both no. Jim Voiles was the guy that represented Mike Tyson in his case, some other people, and then me. When I had my alleged incident, and he was having a big fundraiser. He's a really good guy. Donates a lot of money to a lot of different people. He's a legit he has a lot of money, but he also donates a lot of money. So and they're like, well, will you please come do this roast for him? It wasn't even his, it was a surprise of his. And I'm like, you don't want me to come to this. The people that put it there, like, no, we would like, and I was looking at the list of other people, and they were not public speakers. Like there was a couple politicians on there, I guess, who could speak, but there was other people that were like business. You know who did well? Who's the dude from Fox Chapel, the race car owner from Fox Chapel?
Fuck. Chip Ganassi.
Chip Ganassi. He did well, but everybody else, it was bomb. And I knew that was going to happen. And I was like, I don't want to do this. It was in the middle of the season, too. There was a lot of bigwigs there, a lot of big wigs. And I wanted to go early and go home. That's what they told me. But I had to wait because there was a surprise celebrity. Okay. A surprise celebrity. So I'm sitting up there, and I'm just sitting on this dais.
Dais? Yeah.
Was this after he represented you, by the way?
Oh, yeah. Years after. Up there on the dais, and there's a lot of money in the room, sitting very well dressed up. And there's a couple people in there that know me that were just like, oh, no. Like, this is not good. I didn't prepare anything. I was just going to go up there very quick, and I was just going to get on with it. I was going to get out of there, you know. And the celebrity guest comes running in from the back with a couple security people, comes right on stage. They welcome him in there, and I had no clue who it was. I had no idea who it was. And he leads off, and he was the new mayor. So we had one mayor. We had Mayor Ballard.
Yeah, who was a popular
For like
guy.
20
Yeah,
years.
yeah,
This dude was like the mayor for 20 years. He is known as Mayor Ballard
Right,
still to this moment. He was just the mayor. Everybody knew him as the mayor. And this new guy got voted in because Mayor Ballard stepped down.
Right.
And this was like it might have been a week after he got in. And I had no clue who he was. So he went on and on about, I would like to talk about the other comedy in the room. Have you heard these guys? And I'm like, no, you're the first one to go, bro. I ain't nobody. So I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I'm going to be nice to this guy, right? I'm going to be nice because he was very nice to me. He was very nice to me. Like on the way up, he like patted me on the back, said he was a big fan of mine. Like he's very nice to me. I had no idea who he was. He got voted in for mayor, though. Somebody must like him. But he bombed up there. He bombed. And I go right after him. And I'm just like, not good. Not good. Because then once the table that knew what was coming from the Colts, they were sitting there and they were all like anticipating a show at this moment, you know? Like they're like, all right, this is what we're here for. You get in that mode, right? When you're like, and you're on a stage.
Right.
And I was like, this has to happen. And there's no way they expected. I was like, the only surprise was that motherfucker was our mayor. Did you know that? I did not. Mayor Ballard's my motherfucking mayor. I don't know who you are, buddy. And then like half the room started laughing, and then like there started to be like there was like a couple of secrets being told at some tables, and then they started laughing, and I was like, oh, I think everybody feels the same way I do. Ain't nobody know this guy. Okay, good. So we're gonna keep going for a little bit, and then I went down the entire thing, and there was a lady on there. I didn't know who she was, so I just kind of danced over her, but it was one of those, I don't enjoy doing that.
Yeah.
But I could see how people very much enjoy doing, like, I understand how, what's his face, the roast master?
Jeff Ross.
I can understand how Jeff Ross enjoys that if you're that type of person. Like, that is like dream. Like, you're supposed to ruin people.
That's also all he has now.
He did that one in the prison, though, and it was... Did you see the one where he went to prison?
I thought it was funny.
I loved
Yeah,
it.
he
I
did
was
a
a
really
big
good
fan
job.
of it. Because you're in there with some... There was some heaters in there.
Uh-huh.
There were some real Nazi tattoos on foreheads and shit, and he's making fun of them. Like in the prison, in the block. It was pretty interesting.
So there's probably a hit on him right now.
I didn't know how he did it
Were
up
the
there.
prisoners laughing?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Oh, then they're
They all started turning against each other.
Oh.
Yeah, well, they all started laughing, but
Yeah,
they were
yeah.
laughing at the other people, so it was good. It was a good little thing. I'm not a big fan of the rest. The Robert Mathis one, there's another one. Jesus. There's no reason for me to do those. I have no filter. Like, I have no filter.
Right.
I shouldn't
I
be.
couldn't do those kind of things. I've done 3 or 4, but it was all comedians, and the person being roasted was a comedian, so we were all friends. You know what I mean? So you knew you didn't have to worry about crossing any lines. I don't know how you do it for people that you kind of know but don't know intimately.
Don't
You
know
what I
at
mean?
all.
Like,
And they're like
oh,
politicians and like
Yeah.
super nice people. I'm like, I don't. I mean, what if I just.
You say I'm sorry first?
No, I didn't. I should have. I should have thought about it like Robert Mathis and Gary Brackett, like Gary Brackett's and Robert Mathis's. Like I turned it into a full compliment thing for Robert Mathis. Like 45 seconds to a minute, I just went in on how nice he was.
I wouldn't feel bad about roasting somebody I didn't know. I would just think it would be hard to get material. You know?
Yeah, see
It
that
would be
you're the
hard,
guy. You're the guy that always tells me to bury people, though.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah, it's funny.
I'll read because I am solid at it, but I don't enjoy doing it. But like when somebody would send me a tweet and I read it aloud in front of you, and then in my head I say something out loud back. You are normally the one on the shoulder, like, do it, bury him, bury him, bury him. And I was like, no, Nick, like, we can't do this. I can't do this right now. And then he'd walk out. You walk out in, like, disappointment. I could see how you would enjoy it. I could see how you would enjoy that.
Well, it's just like, I just think of it like we talked about, someone you don't know is tough, but your friends, that's easy because you know everything there is to know about them, and you know what's going to push their buttons and what isn't.
But then it's hard too because there's an audience, so you can't make it so insidey that they
correct.
can't fucking join in and
Yeah.
laugh. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
for sure.
I made a joke at that, and this might have to get edited out depending on how you guys respond to this. We had an old teammate that was there. I think it was Robert Mathis's retirement roast.
Okay.
They were raising money. It was at Gary Brackett's restaurant. And we had a lot of our old teammates from like when I was a rookie. So a lot of these dudes, like D linemen and stuff, we were cool because we gamble on the plane, but I had nowhere near the money they had. So I was just basically the guy that was there hanging out. We'd smoke together sometimes, but just kind of like, well, not intimately friends because they were together for a decade. It was the winningest decade in history. I came in for the last 2 years of it. So much deeper friendship, but they knew me, I knew them. And one of our teammates became an actor. Okay, he was a D lineman. And this dude was a hard ass dude. Like he was one that like, he was a badass dude. And when I watched him gamble, he was like literally a guy scared the fuck. I'd be very scared of him. And then he retired, like just a few years ago, he retires. And he becomes an actor and like a model. And he was going through like a Broadway phase. And he was posting selfies of himself on Instagram. And he would put so many filters on him, he looked like white. So he was there. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck I haven't seen you in years, but the last time I see you on the internet, What, you put that Caucasian filter on your fucking ass? And then I looked over at the table of all the ex-players, and they were like, oh, that's that one. Everybody was like, that's that one. And I was like, yeah, we all seen it, man. You know, we're following you. And then everybody started laughing because they didn't know. I didn't know him like that. Like, what I said to him was not as something I should probably say to that guy like that. We were not tight like that. It was just kind of like a situation. We were on the same team, and everybody started dying over there. And then Gerard Powers, like, buried his head, and then, like, Robert and everybody was like pointing at Gerard, like bury him. And I was like, oh, okay, so we got to do this. Oh, Courtney Gerard Powers, with that fucking name of yours, bro. And then I started to go in about how he went up before me. And he talked about how he went out with everybody. And he mentioned everybody he went out with except for me. Me and him hung out like 20, 30 times together. Like, we went to Chicago together. I was the only white person in the area. And he was talking about, oh, I remember the good old days with, and he mentioned everybody's name except for me. And it was all black people except for me, right? So I started calling him a racist mother. Hey, you mentioned every human you hung out with that was here that was black except for, I'm sitting right here. Just like I was in all those places. Like, I'm the only white person here. You racist motherfucker down there in Auburn. With your fucking, and I just started going, and they all started dying, right? So then a guy, like, he got up and, like, went and hid in the back, and, like, Robert was like, no, Robert's sitting on the stage, he's like, you got to get blah, blah, blah. I was like, here we go. It turned into like a 45-minute set, and there was just, like, super rich people there that just paid money, like, super white people, who, like, hoity-toity people, probably the same people that are at Jim Boyle's thing. They had no idea what was going on. That turned into just a locker room roast, basically, with a bunch of people. It was a good time. Hilarious. But I hate doing it. I don't like doing it. I felt terrible walking out of there because you never know, like, what they're going to say, like, when they lay their head down at night. Like that guy who I talked about that I showed him about the Caucasian filter.
Like,
might
have put a deep seed in his head.
That's what I'm saying. That's like deep state shit down in there, you know, like, fucking McAfee. I hate this.
Like when girls were mad, you was like, you're going to end up just like your father.
Yeah, it's like a deep little trigger thing. Yeah.
So it's a gifted curse.
Yes. Because you know at the end of the day they think about it, you know?
For sure.
Oh,
Like,
absolutely.
they think that's funny, but.
My favorite roast joke I ever told, my buddy Dion was on the panel, and when I would roast the other roasters before I got to the main person, I would make them all stand up one by one. So usually I make like a joke about their appearance, and I want the crowd to see them. So my buddy Dion, real skinny, black dude, and he's real dark, right? Real dark skin. So when he got up, I said, Dion, man, that wasn't cool what you and your friends did at Captain Phillips.
That's wired. That had to crush, huh?
Oh, it destroyed.
That had to crush.
It like took a minute too, and then it just
That's enjoyable. This house is very stupid. Isn't it?
Fuck it is, dude.
It is so stupid.
That's so much grass down there.
I thought I was gonna be the one that was gonna cut it because it's so like meditational or whatever the fuck the word is. What is that called?
meditational.
Is that a word?
Therapeutic, maybe?
Therapeutic.
Wow,
That's a good
Ty
one.
coming in with the fucking big word. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like therapeutic.
Just kind of zone out for a while, and
Yeah, but this is like a fucking 10-hour thing.
yeah.
You should have him put your name in the backyard with the
Like
grass.
people used to put in their haircuts. Like Nike swooshes back there. Just do it.
So if Google Maps ever gets it, you'll know.
I'm in a rosé company
Yes.
with people from all around the country. Mm-hmm. And they needed our addresses in a group text. And I put my address in. And then one of the tech dudes found it on Google, obviously, screenshot it, sent it into the group text. And they were like, what the fuck is this? And I was like, it was a bit expensive, is what it was. And they were like, oh my God, it is so stupid how nice it is. And it's only getting nicer because Sam's like actually taking care of it.
Well, I mean, what do they think? You lived in a shithole? Like, let's be honest there.
I mean, I don't think people think kicking balls gets you this. I don't think I would have ever thought this.
You're a multi-millionaire. I mean,
Well, I am. That is very true. But I think any other state, this place is probably
Oh, yeah. you're right.
quarterback,
Fuck.
wide receiver. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
for
There's
sure.
levels to this
yeah,
shit.
that's a good point. I could see that.
Yeah, and that's all those people are probably coastal. So they're like, you know,
Yeah, if
this
you-
obviously was a very expensive house, but they're looking at it like that's,
Like it's
that's
in
a
New
$20 million house.
Yes, exactly. In
Yeah.
their mind, the guy from LA is looking at this
Yeah.
house like, holy shit. Little does he know, there's like a cornfield for sale right over there, too, for one. But also, I think people that are in kickers and punters in the league and in our tax bracket,
Uh-huh.
they probably spend their money smarter. So they probably wouldn't buy this.
Probably.
They probably wouldn't pull the trigger on this. Yeah, we don't need that, I don't think. That seems to be a bit excessive. Maybe we downsize a little bit.
Have you been to any other punters or kickers' house besides Vinny?
So Vinatieri's he's got a museum, that kid, but he's got 45 kids, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I haven't really. I bet you there's some really nice places,
they're
though.
living.
Well, when we did Leckler, remember we Skyped,
yeah.
and he had the same idea with the backyard. It was just massive. He had a really nice house like near Dallas or Houston or wherever it was.
I know people don't call us football players, but we get a football paycheck.
I mean, I don't know how much you want to get into it, but like for the price you paid for this, I don't think it's outlandish at all. For
No.
Good business move.
Yeah.
yeah,
Please.
Investment.
That's what I was thinking, too. Now, everybody yells at me because I spend my money like that, but I did think that when
This
I
is
bought
probably already worth twice what you paid for.
I got it for a good deal. But
You
I
gave
have
your
had-
own house the McAfee bump.
Come on.
because I know a bit of people who have paid similar amounts of money for houses, and I know one in Indiana, and it does not look like this.
Yeah.
It is
Bob
much smaller.
Kavoyan, Bob and Tom Show, next door neighbor, showed me this place. Real hero of this whole operation. Real hero.
Good guy.
Did he give you cookies the day you moved in? Walked on over?
No. Becky came over. I think she brought me Templeton Rye whiskey. Bob
That's even better
Kavoyan.
than cookies.
Bob Kavoyan's a
Read your
big
audience,
whiskey
I like
guy,
that.
and I used to drink whiskey with him, and I'd only drink Templeton Rye because after I got arrested, they shipped me a whole care package to my locker and said, "You seem like the type of guy we'd like." And it was a Templeton Rye whiskey and a T-shirt and something else with a handwritten letter from him. And I was like, I like this company.
That's
I'm not a
awesome.
whiskey guy. And then I tried it, and I liked it. I used to put sweet tea with it.
I remember when you came back to Pittsburgh a couple times. We gotta drink Templeton Rye. You gotta have rye. Do you have rye? You gotta have Templeton Rye.
So I was on a big kick. I put sweet tea in it. It was good.
I'll never forget. It wasn't senior trip, but we went to Ocean City like 2 years after senior trip, and all I drank was like Sugar Fire or Sugar Fly, something like
Sugar
that.
tea,
Fly,
vodka.
right?
Yeah, it was an
Sweet tea
iced sweet tea. It was a sweet tea vodka, and I bought a gallon of lemonade and a fifth of the sweet tea vodka, and I just mixed them together, and I had them in a gigantic jug that I carried around all week, and that was a recipe for
Nice.
disaster. But it was so good.
Speaking of summer drinks, that sounds like a good one.
Uh-huh.
The peach vodka and iced tea is an incredible
go-to.
summer drink. It's my go-to. Peach vodka and unsweet tea even, because if you're counting calories, you can go with Absolute America
Correct.
Yeah.
vodka. And
With
you
the
could
new limited edition America bottle.
Yep, you could do that.
So American.
It is American, isn't it? Because they're not from America, but they're celebrating America.
Correct.
Yep.
So I appreciate that.
They're
It's
also
homage.
donating to America.
Yes,
You mix that in with the hoist. Wow,
really.
Yeah.
delicious.
Good summer drink.
Oh yeah,
The strawberry lemonade one?
yeah, because the hoist is already flavored.
Now listen, this sounds like we're
Vodka
stacking
waters,
ads on
you're
top of each
hydrating.
other.
We're not.
But they did not pay for this. This is the real drunk life that Nick's living right now, right?
Oh, for sure.
It's good people doing good
When was the
things.
first time you did that at Louisville?
Yeah, because I was drinking the hoist and I was like, wow, this is really strong strawberry lemonade taste here. Like
Because
heavy.
it has a lot of electrolytes.
And then I was like, I'm gonna cut this with some vodka. And
Oh,
it
you
was
cutting it
delicious.
down? I'm gonna cut this down with some vodka. That's hilarious, Nick. This summer should be a cool one. Hopefully, we'll all be able to buy houses like this.
That's the dream.
Oh, that would be nice.
Nah, listen, I'm telling you, you want to have the ability to buy a house like this, but not pull the trigger. Because I'll
like
tell you
that.
what, you only use 3 rooms.
Yeah.
You only use 3 rooms.
I bought a house that nice, about the third of the size, and then I want a houseboat.
You want a houseboat?
Yeah, that's my dream.
You're a big houseboat
Like Shane
guy.
Falco, bro?
Yes. Yes. I don't want to live on it all the time, but like we get to the point where, hey, we got 2 weeks off or 3 weeks off, and you could just go to a houseboat and hang out.
That's your move, huh? Like a yacht?
Shit, Yeah.
Is a yacht a houseboat? It is, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
A
for
nicer
sure.
version. Yeah.
Is it double down if you get a waterbed in a houseboat?
Do they offset?
Is that dumb?
just stay still the whole time.
That's hysterical. Does it just become a Lisa mattress? So you want houseboat?
Yep. Yeah, so I said I would end up, when I get my final house or whatever, I'll go less house and save room for like a houseboat.
The yachts that I see are so stupid, dude. Jimmy John's has got a hammer of a yacht selling sandwiches. Whenever I went down to the Keys or whatever, down to that one, what was that place I went to? It was like Cottage Sunset Key, maybe. It's like its own little island that you got to take a boat to. It was a nice little resort. I like quiet places. I like getting real high and literally just staring out at the ocean when I vacation.
Nothing's calmer to be on water.
Oh,
You're just
dude.
doing like that little rock.
So I'm just sitting there staring out, and this cruise ship parks in front of the sun. This cruise ship just parks in front of the sun. And I'm like, wow, what is that? And it has like this big sign on the side of it. And I start Googling. And it's the Jimmy John's yacht.
Oh,
and it was the size. It seemed like a fucking Carnival cruise ship. And he lives out there, I guess. It was a monster. And then I started looking through people's yachts. Holy fuck. People were doing it out there on the water.
The original owner of Victoria's Secret is a humongous yacht too.
Is dead.
He didn't kill himself, though? Justin Timberlake told me he killed himself.
You mean
That
the
was the
very,
OG,
the very
OG.
first original killed himself?
The creator of Victoria's
Yeah,
Secret.
because he sold it for like $8 million, and then a year later it was worth like $150 million, and now it is what it is
Yeah, I think
today.
he jumped
Is
off
it
a bridge.
guaranteed that
Yeah, he
killed
jumped
himself?
off the Golden Gate Bridge.
Golden Break. Yeah.
Hey, you know what's really cool? $1 billion. Isn't that what Justin Timberlake
Yeah.
said?
I was thinking this on the way over. Would it be? I was like, if we ever get any time, and like 3 or 4 days, would it be weird to go to the beach by myself and just sit on the beach by myself?
No, that's what I do. Literally, it's what I do. It sounds like such like a. I'll go travel and tear a place down, too.
Yeah,
But if
yeah.
I'm going, I don't see that as a vacation. By the way,
No.
I see that as doing a
Sit on
city.
bed.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
going
No, it's
to
true.
Pittsburgh. Let's go do Pittsburgh real quick.
Yeah.
And it's like 100 shots, bang, bang, boom. Let's do this. You could do that everywhere. But like a vacation to me is like
Relax.
chill. Yeah. Like
I very much like to combine the two.
Yeah, that's what we normally
I
do.
used to do that too, like at resorts or whatever.
Yeah,
I don't though.
like lay on the beach during the day and get real fucking drunk at night.
I get drunk all day. And
Yeah,
then I
me too.
pass
When you
out.
wake up, when you go to the beach at 10 a.m. and then the servers immediately walk down to you, it's hard not to.
How nice is that?
So nice.
Just right there.
So nice.
Just right there. I'm sitting on a chair, very comfortable. Like this is one of the most comfortable chairs I've sat on in a long time. I'm staring out at just like absolute not the sky, the sea, basically.
Yeah.
Which we know nothing about. I've heard. So I'm staring out
Not
at this
enough,
place that
not
nobody
really.
knows anything about, and then a waitress or waiter just comes right to me with a pizza and any drink of choice.
And I'm a big, because down there and wherever you're at and on vacation, they always have a fruity fucking drink of the day. I don't even ask what it is. I'm just bring me the drink of the day.
Bro, the move in Mexico is an iceberg. Have you had one of them?
No, I don't think so.
Half beer, half margarita.
Oh.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, like
I
you put
have.
the
Oh,
Corona
yeah,
in there,
a Corona
yeah.
Rita. I had
No. You keep the Corona out of it. It's literally just half beer, half margarita.
So it's not a bottle sitting
Really?
out.
No, yeah, the margarita though is the ice for the beer. So you're literally getting a shot of tequila and a beer at the same time, and the margarita just tastes like ice. So it's not even like you're just drinking a regular tasting beer, but it's really cold, and you're getting a shot of tequila.
That's what a Zito bomb's gonna be when I make my tequila.
Oh, boy, Zito. Just branding, not a big deal. No big deal. Zito bomb.
You want to do a Zito bomb?
Hey guys, a little Zito bomb, a little margarita, frozen margarita in here with a beer. Suck it down with a straw. Get a fucking brain freeze. Not a bad move.
Oh, frozen marg sounds so good right now.
I know.
What'd you say?
I said frozen marg sounds real good.
So
right
good,
now.
dude. Think about that. Like, think where we just went there. We went on a beach, staring out this place that nobody knows with a margarita right now. Right.
Someone's probably listening to this at 6 a.m. and I bet they're feeling the same thing.
I mean, I think everybody's getting a little fucking beach envy
Yeah.
in the world.
There's
I
a little
think.
Mexican place
That
just
time
up
of
from
year.
us. Like it's real close. We hop over there all the time.
You love that
Sit
place.
over the patio, just like get a pitcher margarita, split it, eat a couple tacos.
Where's
go
it at? It's
home.
right by your place.
It's real close. Like 62nd and Keystone, Luciana's.
Oh,
it's
it is
right there in
good
the
there. I
corner.
like the
Yeah.
place.
Jesus.
I'm gonna say Wikipedia did that original Victoria's Secret guy wrong. Died, and they just said the Golden Gate Bridge.
Well, there they said what happened and then who did it.
No, they just said born and died, and then it just says Golden Gate Bridge
all you
on the
need.
date of.
Yeah, they told you exactly who did it, when it happened. That's a shame, that guy, dude.
Yeah.
But you gotta have faith in yourself. I feel like.
Yeah.
I feel like that's something that we've had to experience this because we thought people were jocking our shit. Right? We would do something and all of a
Yeah.
sudden somebody else would do it. It seemed to happen
Yeah,
on a very
a
regular
lot.
basis, and it's not. It would never be. It would always be people that you would never expect to do it too.
Right.
And then we slowly started realizing that A, good brains think of the same stuff sometimes, and B, who gives a fuck will think of more. So that's kind of the
exactly.
way.
Just do it better.
But I used to get pissed off though. I'm always like, oh man, that's if we would have done it like that, like it probably would have been either better or, you know what I mean, like stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But then it's just like, hey, let's just hope we keep thinking of things
Right.
until it stops. And then it's all she wrote. But I wish that Victoria's Secret guy would have thought like that. Like, hey, I'll think of something else.
Yeah. Let's come up with another idea.
Well, he
Make
only made that
millions.
idea because of he wanted to get his wife lingerie,
Correct.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a lot of guys that have wanted to get their wife lingerie and they didn't think of Victoria's Secret.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm
Like
one
that,
of them.
That guy should have had a lot of confidence.
Both
in
my
him.
wives, I wanted to get them lingerie.
You didn't think of no
start my own
secret at all,
business.
huh? That's crazy. Poor guy, dude. He needed Gary V. He needed Gary V.
He needed some serious Gary
Can you
V.
imagine Gary Vee created like Victoria's Secret?
He probably did.
Like his ad.
He probably did somehow.
I mean, I'm thinking about this. You're a real asshole if you kill yourself and you
10
made
million?
8 million. Yeah, whatever. Like that's enough. Especially when was it? What year?
Fucking probably early 90s.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
he
let's go
died
ahead-
93, so I'm
Let's
guessing
just
it was
go
around
ahead
that area.
and do what's that called?
Inflation.
Just for inflation.
Let's adjust for inflation. That's probably a good 50 million, right?
Yeah.
At
Probably.
least 25.
Has to be more. Than
Plus, you got to figure. All right,
that. Back
were
in the day, you remember Blank Check?
Yeah, San Francisco though.
Great
it's
movie.
expensive.
Mr.
Blank
Macintosh.
Dude, it was $1 million.
Oh,
Did you
yeah.
see that thing?
Yeah, that house he had.
No way, dude! For $1 million, people like when I got my
low-key,
first $1
that-
million, I was like, "Holy shit, this is it! I can retire." And then I because the fucking McIntyre or whatever Macintosh, and then I started watching like taxes go to work, and then I started watching like if you buy it, it's like. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, this is definitely awesome. This is a lot more awesome than it's ever been. I never thought I'd get here. But I still got to work here. Macintosh was just calling it quits. He was fucking going down a water slide.
I think he was tax free though.
Oh, dude, how nice
As a
would
kid,
that be?
right?
How nice would that be? Tax free. Taxes are absurd.
Oh,
The
yeah.
worst.
I just got a thing today. My dad kept trying to text me the whole show today because I got some mail from the IRS. So finally on break, I was like, well, fucking open it, see what it is. And he sent me this picture. I owe like $2,900 for
Jesus.
taxes in 2016.
Are you getting audited or you just got to pay it?
They just said you got to pay it. And I'm like, well, I don't know. I sent it to my accountant lady, but I'm like, fuck you. There's no way.
They're
I
going
missed
to
that much income. On
just
something?
just for future reference. Yeah, you're gonna pay that. Like, that ain't one that you're gonna negotiate down.
I don't want to dive too deep into this can of worms, but can I just point out the irony of the NFL making people stand for the national anthem while not paying taxes themselves?
It's crazy, right? Because they view themselves as when it was set up, I think it was called a necessary entertainment or something.
Yeah.
So they got tax exempt, which is absurd. So during the lockout, that was always something that was floated around by the NFLPA if the PR battle was getting too bad, because there's a lot of strategy happening behind the scenes.
Oh, for sure.
Because the lockout was them locking us out of work, saying you
Right.
cannot come in. But the PR spin behind it is that the players are millionaires and they are spoiled because people could view themselves with the players, right? So they could view themselves as the players. They can never view themselves as the owner. The owner is a billionaire. That's a whole different world. But you could see yourself if you played high school football
Yeah.
as an NFL player. You could
Attainable.
yeah, you could see it. It's more relatable, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So instead of relating with them and hating the owners and relating with us and hating the owners, it was the complete opposite. It was like you spoiled brats, basically, which is 100% true. I think in a lot of negotiation situations, there was a lot of crazy stuff happening where business was going on. But it's like that was all a PR battle. And the thought of the tax exempt thing, like I saw it get floated around. And I was like, oh shit, we might just ruin. Hey, maybe we don't do that. Maybe we don't ruin. Maybe we don't just ruin the NFL because taxes take money out. Now that takes money out of our pockets too. Let's remember that. But it is crazy how those big Amazon, no taxes.
That
No.
blows my mind.
No, because people just they literally pay Amazon to open up headquarters wherever they are.
Creates
'Cause
so
it makes
many
so many
jobs.
jobs and so much money for their.
which is a really good thing because the jobs seem to be the biggest issue. But whenever you look at it from a fairness thing, it's always just like that's how it always gets brought up. Like that isn't fair that that's happening. But then it's like, well, those people are also offering thousands of jobs to a city. So that are we taking a good and a bad here? But then there's always like, well, they're making billions of dollars. Is not there just a little bit that they can pay in taxes
Yeah.
because everybody else is? So there's such a fine line there that could never get negotiated, by the way, because politics get involved. That could never
Yeah.
get negotiated.
No, never.
Because if you give it up a little bit, you're a greedy person. Like if you don't give any up, you're a greedy business. And then if you do give it up, other businesses are going to attack you
Yep.
for doing it.
That's
Absolutely.
So it's just like you got nothing. It's a spot there. There's no way that taxes can ever get figured out. Just
No,
take it
there's no
all.
way.
Jesus Christ. Unbelievable. Good tax write-offs, by the way. Scratch-offs. Ain't that right, Nick?
The best.
Jon Snow swords.
That made a really good appearance in that Halloween costume. You won a contest too. You won money for that,
Yeah,
so
you
it
did.
is a write-off. Is that right? I don't know.
I wrote
would
down.
think
I
so.
told my tax lady, and she loved it. She was like, "Yep, write that down."
There's probably a lot of things you could write off that you probably didn't.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't want to fuck with them. I don't want to get audited. I don't want me and Phil to have to deal with that. Because I watch people get audited.
Didn't you say guys used to like buy TVs all the time and be like, "Hey, I'm watching film on it." Like,
Yeah, watch a film on this TV at home. This fucking 4K, 3D.
You need a 90-inch TV for that?
Yeah. And then people get audited. I'm like, yeah, it's probably going to happen.
Does it happen a lot for like NFL players?
No, not as much as you would think. Because we pay a lot of taxes, man. Initially, the Colts take a lot of taxes.
Yeah.
So it's all the other stuff that guys try to get, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But it comes right out of the check. Like, you look at it. That's why, like, I got a signing bonus of $1 million. It was awesome. I was like, this is so cool. I'm going to go see this. And then the check arrived. And right there at the top, it said $1 million. And then if you just looked a little bit,
Like 20 lines of
there was
Federal,
Indiana,
state.
there was federal tax, then there was Indiana tax, then there was Indianapolis tax, then there was Marion County tax, then there was New York tax, then there was, and it was just like bing, 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 bing. I'm like, holy fuck, this looks like the blue dot at the Walmart thing bumping the thing. I was mind blown because ain't nobody I know ever have to deal with taxes like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that bracket, they're probably taking damn near half of it.
Yes.
I bet. Yeah.
And like old Sally and Tim ain't never have to deal with that. We're doing like,
That's all anyone listening who does sales. All sales commission is taxed at 40%. So it's
Yeah.
fucking like it's terrible. It's the worst. It's the worst things in the world.
taxes. They do a lot of good, I assume. Tax money does a lot of good, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It fixes all the potholes and stuff like that.
That's what I'm saying. Whenever you see stuff, you're like, what is this? Where's my money going? I feel like I should have paid for at least 2 of these
Schools
potholes.
and stuff.
You think that mayor's still like at you? He's like
fucking
holding
guy.
against you with the potholes?
The big surprise here is that guy's our fucking mayor.
That was hilarious.
I didn't know that. That poor guy, dude. He was so nice, too. He didn't deserve that. He didn't deserve that.
You had to do what you had to do.
There was a fucking governor candidate, the guy with the mustache, Greg with the mustache.
Uh-huh.
You remember that?
Yeah, Greg Johnson or something like that.
Yeah, that was
What
his
a
actual
name.
Something like that.
He was running for governor with the campaign, Greg with the mustache.
Yeah.
And it was at 2 G's. And he was sitting on the dais, and I literally just looked at him. And I was like, man, I've seen all of this dude's political campaign commercials. I've seen all of them. I'm like, this guy's campaign motto is Greg with the fucking mustache.
That might
Ain't
be
no
better
way
than-
you're going to win,
incredible.
bro.
That might be better than Gluckman's down with the bitches and hoes.
Those political campaigns are wild, dude. There ain't no way you want to get involved with that.
How easy can you win a political campaign?
No, I don't want to. I don't want to be a part of it, man. They get so dirty in there.
I feel like you're going to start to see some real characters crop up here in these like local elections and stuff from now on.
Due to the Trump and then Kid Rock got involved.
Yeah, I think he opened a lot of doors in a lot of people's eyes. I think
But
a
then
lot of people
everybody
are going
starts
to get
digging.
involved.
I'm starting to learn so much about all these people. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, you gotta be ready for everything to come out, for sure.
Everything
Every little
Joe-
thing you ever did.
Everything Joe Donnelly has done,
Yeah.
I know about through these
Right.
commercials.
Yeah.
Everything Mike Braun has done, who I just learned about existing 2 weeks ago. I know
Yeah.
everything about him too in these commercials. Bad, nothing good. This guy's done
Joe
nothing.
Donnelly cheated on his first girlfriend with her best friend.
Isn't Kane a governor?
I was gonna say I don't know though because like Kane was born in hell and he's the
He's the
governor
mayor.
of that,
Yeah.
or mayor still.
Yeah, and I
you
think
got to
he's
win
the-
an election.
He's the Republican candidate, so he hasn't gone up for actual.
okay.
So it hasn't even started getting dirty. And
He
Kane
just won
might
the
be.
primary.
Kane might be one of the. You don't know. Kane might be one of the like cleanest dudes out there.
Might.
Professional wrestler for a long time and choose to live in the middle of nowhere in Tennessee.
That's true.
Imagine if he loses, he just like does a finisher on them.
The best, obviously, will be if he's losing, and comes back to win at the end, and the Undertaker gift. The Undertaker gift comes his brother, the whole thing. It'll be awesome. Really good interview with Corey Luget earlier. I think you guys will enjoy this. Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Los Angeles Chargers, he was a first-round pick in 2011. He's a disruptor of football teams, of offenses. We got a lot of new NFL rules. I think he's going to do well. Ladies and gentlemen, Corey Luget.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on?
Corey, how you doing, boss man?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Life is good. Have you enjoyed the move from San Diego to Los Angeles? How difficult has that been for the entire Chargers operation?
For the Chargers operation, I think it's been cool and it's been great. But for me and my family, my wife is from San Diego, so she loves it there. So Diego is home for us. So it's been a tough transition last year, but this year it's a lot smoother because now we know what to expect and where we're going to be at, and just the basic logistics that we wasn't thinking about or didn't really know last year. But now it feels like home now a little bit. But we know San Diego is actually our home.
Well, I think that's how everybody feels. There's even commentators calling you guys the San Diego Chargers all year last year. I mean, it's the way it goes. Speaking of, let's talk about you for a little bit, Corey. You do a lot in the community. You do a lot for the Heart Association. You do a lot of the hospital. You are a big-time influencer in the community. We're very thankful for that. But I also was reading in your bio, you enjoy fishing because you're from Miami. You're a big-time deep-sea fisherman. Is that the case?
Oh, yes, that's definitely the case. I recently went out on a fishing trip with my guy Josh from Blacktip. I went out there and, we caught some very nice pelagic fishes, and I had a blast, man. So fishing is my number one hobby, and then my second is scuba diving, man. Whenever I get a chance, I just like to dive and fish here and there.
Okay, let's talk about your scuba diving real quick. There's been quite a debate on this show. Do you think we know more about space or the ocean? As a man who has scuba dived through the ocean, I'm not sure if you've done that with space, but do you think we know more about space or the ocean, Corey?
I think, to be honest, that's a tough question, man. That's tough. I mean, because I know a little bit about space. So I know very, very little about space, but I know a pretty decent amount about the ocean because of my son. My son loves the water, so I say we know more about the ocean.
That's right. Fuck you, Nick. Fuck you, Gonzo. Corey, that was the right answer. We'll move on. We'll move forward.
Prove anything.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. He was a third-party source.
It proves he knows more about the ocean than space.
We do too.
That's
Corey, you're on the right side of history here. I just want to let you know that. You collect cars. I read that you like cars. What do you have in your garage, boss?
Right now, currently, I have a F-350 and I have a Mercedes 550. My wife loves a Range Rover. My wife has a Range Rover, and my mom, my mom car doesn't matter. But I've been looking into old school 64 Impala, and then also a 73 two-door Chevy convertible.
Do you go to the auctions? Do you go to the auctions to get these cars, or how do you go about purchasing them? Do you have a guy?
Man, I'm from Miami, man. That is pretty much Caribbean island. So we got any car that's in Havana, any car that's anywhere in the Caribbean, we can just get it, man. So I mean, in Miami, you see a bunch of old classic cars on any day of the week on the beach. So if you see one you like, you just go up to the person and ask if they want to sell it.
Hey, that's a nice car you showed up with. I got a question for you.
Yeah, that's how it works in Miami, man. We got a bunch of classic cars. I mean, it's nice down there. Old school cars. Get them all down in South Florida.
Okay, so you went to high school at Hialeah High School down in the Miami area. I assume that you did not grow up very wealthy. What was the thought whenever you make money? What was like your dream? What was the aspiration? When you make it to the NFL, what's the first thing you're going to do with your cash?
The first thing I thought was to be honest, was to buy a house and then take care of my mom and figure out what I want to do and invest some of my money. I thought I knew how to invest money, and I thought investing money in the stock market was going to be easy. Then I was like, forget that. That's too tough. I'm investing into my neighborhood. I'm gonna go buy some property, get some, try to do the little simple things, and then I figure out. Now it's not about opening up a business. It's about real estate. So now I finally got into the game of real estate, and I understand what it's like to do affordable housing and then also government housing for just people who needs help. So that's what I grew. That was my stage when I first got to the NFL. Buy me a house make sure my mom's okay, then invest my money. Then I figured out, like, hey, investments are a bit shaky, so why not go with something that's going to always appreciate every now and again and will depreciate, but real estate is always a great thing to be involved with.
Jesus, do you hear that right there?
They're not making more land.
Rick Ross says he wants to buy a mall. You know what I mean? If everybody looking for a mall, I got to buy a mall. Corey, we got to talk about this. You got suspended for 4 games, so you got 12 games next year. What are you looking like? What are some personal goals for next season?
To be honest, man, I'm trying to come in the best shape possible. I know training camp is going to be some dog days for me, and I just have to be ready and prepared. And then I'm just looking forward to when I do get out there on the football field, the first game against Oakland, and just going out there and playing my best football to date. I haven't had the best 2 years as of lately, and no excuses, but I'm looking forward to just going out there and giving each team, those 12 teams that we have, hell. I just look forward to causing hell and creating nothing but havoc.
Next year, whenever you get in, there are a lot of new rules. The NFL is pitching new rules. There's a new rule that was literally just passed last night, I believe, which is definitely going to change the way defensive players play. You cannot lower your helmet for anything, and a possible ejection could happen. How are you guys going to prepare for that? Like Heads Up Football, I know that's the goal, that's the plan, but everybody has the mindset of going down, putting their head down, and play faster. Do you think this is going to be a big issue?
I think for guys in my position, defensive linemen, we rarely put our head down. We always go out and hit with our face mask. So for me, it's nothing for me. So I think that rule more pertains to those guys on the back end, like those secondary guys. So I don't know how they're going to adjust to the game, but I know how I'm going to play the game. I'm playing aggressive in the same way I've been playing it. Shit, I ain't going to play no softer or no easier for the next guy. I'm going to come out there and try to knock your damn head off.
I like that a lot. Did you, when the strike zone was initiated with the quarterback strike zone for D linemen and sacks like that, has that been a tough adjustment? Have the rules that have been changing, trying to make the game safer, been tough for defensive players to adjust, or you guys just kind of keep it moving? If it happens, it happens?
Nah, we definitely focus on that part, protecting the quarterbacks and whatnot. And I got called for it a couple years ago against the Buffalo Bills on the EJ Manual, and I hit the guy clean square with my face in his chest, and I got flagged for it. And then once the league looked over the tape, they was like, listen, they gave me a personal foul penalty in the game, but when the league looked at it, they was like, no, that's how we want the quarterbacks to be hit. So I ended up not getting a fine. So that's how I know we, as a target organization, we harp on protecting the quarterback, because we want everybody to hit our quarterback the right way, too. We got a special one, so we don't want him to be messed up and possibly our season be on. So we definitely we put a big emphasis on that.
I heard Phillip Rivers was slinging it yesterday at OTAs. People said he's coming out firing right now. He's got 45 kids, another season in LA, and they said he is slinging the rock right now. How's the team look, Corey?
The team looks pretty good, man. We look very impressive. We got a bunch of young guys too, and we just got to keep knocking it away, man. And we feel very good about what we have, and we just have to go out there and handle business. So we feel very good. We just got to work on our craft and focus on that.
I want to let you know, Corey signed a 50-some million extension.
Nice.
Kids got kids.
Man, I took a pay cut this year too, man. So I gave $5 million of that back, man.
Well, okay, let's get some wins, is what he's saying. I appreciate and respect that. Diggs, you have any questions for Corey?
Yeah, you said you were a car guy and you like San Diego. So have you ever thought of just jumping in fucking Phillip Rivers, Pimp My Ride SUV, and just getting rides with him to practice every day?
Oh, nah, man. Phil might have got rid of that thing, man. Phil ain't let me in that thing, man.
Oh, he got rid of it already?
He got it. I don't know if he did or not, but I haven't seen it all offseason. But he had TVs in the back, the XOs, the machine, so you could watch film, man. That thing was pretty pimped out. He had 17, and whoever the other quarterback never stitched into the headset, man. It was freaking ridiculous, man. That thing is nice.
All right, Corey. Well, good luck this
I've never seen a two-seater Escalade SUV. That's exactly what it was.
Got that thing chopped up. I appreciate that. Hey, Corey, thank you so much for joining us. Good luck this offseason. Good luck whenever you get in against Oakland, and have an incredible season. All right, we're all pulling for you.
All right, thanks, fellas. Appreciate you.
All right, Corey, have a good one.
#endgang, #endgame. Send a picture of a houseboat that Todd should buy.
I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. Best one wins a McAfee Centaur t-shirt. Also, if you are listening, we are having if you think you're funny, if you have an incredible take, if you want to talk about the world, call into our serious show because we are having caller of the day and call of the week, which wins some Zito merch, also exclusive T-shirts and other stuff. We enjoy when people call in and are entertaining and fun and have an energy and have a thought, and we want to reward the people that do that. Absolutely, and even if you suck, like it's still good. Like, it's nice to talk to you. So call in 1-833-857-8665. 10 to 1 American Standard Time, AM to PM there. From myself, at Viva Lazito, at Nick Morado, at Tactical Diggs, at Ty Schmidt, at Tom McComas, and at Evan Foxy, who just whipped together an ad for WickedBigPong.com. How's it look?
He likes it.
It sounded like good confidence there, didn't it?
Yeah.
It sounds like he thinks it's a good one.
Yeah.
Foxy's a talented little fucking editor.
Yeah, he is.
I like that.
He's so frail. He's tiny.
But he's got swagger.
So much swagger.
Yeah.
He's good at sports.
Hell of a golfer.
And he's a hell of an editor.
Yeah.
He makes everything look a lot better.
I'm telling you.
than
You
it
never know
actually
he came
is.
from Michigan State.
Which is terrible. That place is terrible. Go green, go jail. I'm sorry. That's not your fault. There ain't nothing you could do about it. That was the higher ups. Those are the people you're paying your taxes to. Bring it all back around.
There's a possibility you don't have to pay your.
Yeah, you wait for them to bankrupt and you won't have to pay.
Absolutely not. There's no way you're getting
Yeah,
out of
because
not
you don't pay
paying that.
directly to Michigan State. You
Yeah,
pay
you're
the
paying it
lending
through
company.
like Navient or something
Yeah,
like that.
That's
Well,
right, yeah.
everything I just said was a lie. You should probably start paying.
Navient's got everybody. That's who's
Yeah,
got
they
me.
do.
The more and more you delay it, the higher the percentage is going to go.
Did we talk about that?
Oh, yeah, Will Smith's got flames coming out of his fucking mouth still.
Fucking Zito. You gonna hit
So
him?
what?
Play it.
Everybody who Will Smith is, rappers make it rain. Let their money hit you.
Nobody forgot, you fucking bum.
Kill a stripper. The illest, realest.
Never been a strip club in his life.
Shake my neck.
In charge with Uncle Phyllis. Everybody wanna do Will Smith numbers. I don't know if your life got that many
Summers.
I got inspired. Quickly I unretired. The Fresh Prince just rewired and slightly the modern fire. But still, people dancing and shaking and moving and wailing. It feel like I'm an alien, really. Kind of an island. I might fly to China for nothing. Find a designer. A picture in my crib with me, my mom, and Obama. Murder all over the globe. Guilty, Your Honor. I'ma become a Mormon. I'm an anomaly. Dude, I'm a comedy. I could play Muhammad Ali over a white lady.
Probably.
Still, 20 years of swag, you'll just witness. Stop the divorce rumors and mind your damn
Business. Oh, guess who's back? Back again.
He
Big
still
Willie
sucks.
style. Bangers again.
Do you think he made that just for Nick?
Yes.
Yeah.
I wish, dude. I wish.
He gave you a diss tape.
He just literally talked right to you. He just talked right
What,
to you.
what did he say though? That is, like he still hasn't done anything good in 20 years.
Bro, if he threw his money, it would kill somebody.
Are you gonna
That's
come
what
back
he
to your own
said.
diss tape?
You don't have enough summers in your lifetime to catch up to the numbers that Will Smith has done. And in the video, they just had banger movie, banger movie, banger movie, banger movie, banger movie.
They were all from 1995 till.
That's because we didn't have enough
2000.
time. Instagram only allows for a minute video.
Yeah.
He could have done. He could have done so many more highlights. Bright.
Hitch.
Oh, yeah. He didn't have time to put
Hitch.
Bright in there.
Listen, everybody has a good run, and then you got to realize when it's at its end, and then you just got to let it be.
I feel like
You
the
just
only
gotta fade
way-
off into the dark
It's going to
and
happen
live
to
your
us
life
at
and
some
enjoy
point.
yourself.
I'll respect it. But Will Smith, I don't think it's ever happened. He's been rejuvenated. Baptism almost. Rebirth.
Can Nick hit the studio up and do his own diss tape to him?
Oh. See if you got any bars. All right, let's get out
Think
of
about
here.
it.
Think about it.
I think you should think about it.
Hold on, Zito, you got to read an ad. Four hymns. Have fun with this one. They
Oh,
say.
no.
Have fun
I
with it.
connect way too much to it.
It's perfect.
Do not read verbatim. That's the first line. That's the first line. That's all I do is verbatim.
Guys, that's all I got. That's what we're here for. Good luck.
Oh, my God. There's just problems.
Talk from the heart, Zito, because you really relate to this ad.
Really?
You've heard him do it
This is your
39 times in the last 3 days.
Now listen, I've been watching The Voice, and Alicia Keys says that the best singers are ones that really feel the lyrics.
I could do it from my heart. Do you like facts? I got a fact for you, Zito.
That's not even out
66% of men.
No, it's a whole different read,
It's a
probably.
whole different. Pat, do you like facts?
This guy. I do like stats, though.
Oh, yeah.
My bad. That's really
Yeah, I do like stats.
Yeah, Dick really knows that one.
Oh, no, no.
Yeah, you know it. You got the idea.
You get it.
Do you guys like stats?
Love them.
Love stats.
Well, 66% of men lose their hair by 35.
Oh,
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
that is crazy.
Hold on. What's the
That's super
punctuation there for the way you read that with inflection?
I added my own punctuation there.
Was it an exclamation point?
It said do not read verbatim, so I'm adding exclamation. Thing is, when you start noticing your hair loss, it is too late. It's easier to keep your hair you have than replace the hair you've lost.
Yep, you're right. You're 100% right, Zito. I never heard you say something more right.
Oh my god, it just keeps it. Is the hairline slowly starting to move backwards? And any bald spots?
Who are you talking to yourself right now?
The man in the mirror. How will you feel a year from now if it's business as usual up there? I ask you. There wasn't even a question mark there. Do you want a bald spot to pop up, or do you want something about? You want to do something about it first?
Nailed it.
Do you want your hairline to recede, or do you want to do something about it first? That was the same line they repeated 2 times there.
Oh, I think you're supposed to drive it home there a second time. Like really like giving a speech, you know?
Why do you guys turn to weird solutions or do nothing when they can turn to medicine and science? We love science.
Science.
4hims.com is a one-stop shop for hair loss, skincare, sexual wellness for men. Thanks to science, baldness can be optional. Hims connects you with real doctors and medical-grade solutions to treat hair loss.
Huh.
Tell me about it.
Tell me. Yeah, you tell me, Bob.
It said that there, and I should have read that. Well-known generic equivalents to name-brand prescriptions to keep your hair. No snake pills. No snake oil pills.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or snake pills, though. Indianapolis, Indiana's got a big
That might be
snake rumor.
poisonous.
Yeah.
Or gas station counter supplements.
Oh, okay.
Prescription solution backed by science.
Love science.
No waiting rooms. No awkward doctor visits. Save hours by going to 4hims.com. It is so easy, Pat. Let me tell you more about it.
Still, huh? Still got more, huh?
All you have to do is answer a few questions. Doctors will review and can prescribe you. Yep. Products are shipped directly to your door. Make it personal endorsement. I'll be honest with you, I have not used it, but I've seen Diggs use it, and he kills it, and I might start using it pretty soon.
To be honest, I think you should start using it.
Yeah.
Because you're the perfect case study for these people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They like our show. You're a pretty viable. No, is viable?
Yeah, vital. Yeah, he's
Vital.
Vital.
No, he's good for the study. He's
I'm for the brand for them.
Viable option.
viable.
Viable.
option.
There it is. I think you're a very good viable option.
Can I just be for the brand for them?
For Hims, for the brand.
4hims for the brand.
FHFTB.
Is there a
Zito.
website and like a promo code?
Yeah. So it's 4hims.com. So all you guys get a trial month for 4hims for just $5 today. Right now, while supplies last. See website for full details. This would cost hundreds if you went to the doctor or a pharmacy.
There's no way there's other shows that have as many ad reads as we have. That have somebody reading ads like this.
I will tell you.
way.
An illiterate?
Nick!
All right,
This
Nick.
is that whole thing that goes back to Nick whenever he tells me to bury people.
So go to 4hims.com/Pat. That's FORHIMS.com/Pat. 4hims.com/Pat.
$5 trial month. Keep
$5
your hair.
trial
Don't
Don't
lose it.
Don't lose it.
I think I
Zero.
killed that one.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of room to improve. But I thought you did good. I think
We'll
you're-
edit it out, right?
No. By the way, you're getting very confident though, which is
Yeah,
good.
that was good enthusiasm.
Yeah.
And you accentuated well.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people at home are going to relate with that.
And
They're
you
going to want to go to
definitely
4hims.com.
didn't read it verbatim.
4hims.com.
Did not. Yeah, I added punctuation.
You did. You had a couple question marks, and
Yeah.
you yelled at one point. There's no way that was in the thing.
The whole cadence, like I've never heard you, like you don't speak like that any other time.
No, that's his white person phone voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the Best Buy
My cold
voice.
call.
I know that. That's the Best Buy voice.
Did you say that's your cold call voice?
Yeah.
Those motherfuckers need to stop calling me. I don't know how my name got on that list. I'm not happy about
You
it.
just gotta do the Seinfeld bit where you ask for their home number.
Yeah.
No, it's a robot every time.
Can I call you at dinner? Give me your number. I'll call you back later tonight.
I do that all the time, and I love that. It's always the funniest response. Like, we can't do that, sir.
I do that with DirecTV every time I call every day. I know everything about Jordan, Tyler, and Zach. Those were the last 3 that I called. They've been working there for a couple of years now. Just trying to get on their feet. It should be resetting soon, sir. Oh, yeah, it says 2%. Yeah, we got 98% waiting here. Yeah.
How far their backstory do you get?
I got pretty deep into one guy. He just got up through a breakup, though. So he was, like, doing more hours of work because he wanted to not think about her. And I made him talk about her.
Do you think it was just a stop story for him not to yell at you, or for you not to yell at him?
No, they know I'm not going to yell at them because I just want to have a hilarious conversation.
Yeah.
Because it's nothing they can do. I used to get into arguments with Huntington Bank representatives, and I decided that no more. They can't do anything. It's literally out of their control. It's not their fault that this thing doesn't work at my house. It's 100% mine, I assume. Can we work together a little bit, Tyler, Zach? Can we work together? All right, Ty Schmidt, hit the music.
And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. He was a high school All-American, a college All-American. He was All-Pro in the NFL, but the thing that he's most proud of is during his show in Muncie, Indiana, he made a woman in the crowd laugh so hard, she shit her pants. Ladies and gentlemen,